Welcome back. You're listening to Houston Real Estate Radio. I'm your host, Shannon Register, and we are continuing on. We've got a lot to talk about today. We started with Chris Hogan. He's from the Dave Ramsey Endorsed Local Provider Program. We started with him because he was in Houston this week, and he did a book signing. He's got his new book out called Retire Inspired. It's not an age, it's a financial number. And we have 3 Dave Ramsey ELPs here in our brokerage over at Register Real Estate Advisors. So Keith Hebert was with me last segment, and we talked about the seminar that he went to this week that Chris Hogan did. They had a big turnout out in the Woodlands, fun seminar talking about what you need to do to get ready for retirement, because it doesn't matter what age you are or how much money you make. You can always start planning ahead. We actually have a realtor here at Register Real Estate Advisors that does investment seminars and buying and selling seminars. Her name is Laquitta. And we'll bring her in the last of the segment so that she can tell you when her next seminar is. If you've got a real estate question, give us a call, 844-788-9444, and we can help you with your investment questions and real estate questions. And if you call that number and leave your question and we air it on the radio, we will send you a free Chris Hogan book, Retire Inspired, and he signed it. So you'll get a free signed book from us if you leave your question and we use it on the air to help answer questions for other people out there who are listening. We like to air your questions. So this segment, Keith Hebert, he's a broker and a realtor over at Register Real Estate Advisors, and we are going to be talking today about investing. I have a lot of people who come to me and they say, I want to be an investor, but I don't know how. I don't know what to do. And the best thing that you can do, in my opinion, is to find a realtor who will teach you and help you and walk you through the process step by step. To me, that's the best and only way to do it. There are a lot of great books out there. If you go back to our archives at HoustonRealEstateRadio.com, you'll find videos of book authors and people that I've interviewed talking about investing. And those are all great resources, and I encourage you to read as much as you can on the subject. But it's a realtor that you need because they know the market. They know what's going on now, not what happened 2 years ago that's in a book. They know what's happening today, right now, and they know the forecast projections that are coming out. And that's one of the things we're going to be talking about last segment today with David Jarvis, is the forecast for the year. So, Keith, let's talk about investing. There are some programs out there that are not so good. Let's talk about those first. What do people need to stay away from?
Well, they really, if someone is going to ask you to write a check before they talk to you about investment, that's a big red flag. What you really want to try to stay away from that type of situation. Like you said, realtors know the market. You want to find a person, locate a person that is going to have the heart of a teacher, that's really going to be wanting to coach and guide you and not sell you something. And that's what we teach our realtors here at Register Real Estate Advisors, how to really behave with the heart of a teacher. In fact, I think you have that background in your background, right?
I was a teacher once upon a time. Once upon a time. So the investor programs where you can, pay money, pay your $450 and go get your steak dinner and take their class and learn how to be an investor. I don't recommend those.
No, I don't either, because if you find that right realtor, and not every realtor is the same, just like any other business, and they will be able to guide you through what should be a good investment strategy for yourself by just sitting down with a good needs analysis question, find out where you're at, where you want to go, and really understanding what you want and what your tolerance is for the market, and then properly directing you to either land deals through commercial or residential, or homes that could be apartments or multi-family homes. They're all in the marketplace. It could be even timeshare. There's so many options.
Yeah. But
you just have to really sit down with that person who isn't going to sell you, but going to basically counsel you.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk a little bit about when you're a seller and you have a quote unquote, investor buying your property. Let's talk about some of the buyers out there that are buying. You've got you have some hedge funds that'll come along and buy a lot of properties up at one time.
Right. Those hedge funds, and they do well. They're coming in. They're looking to mostly rent your property. But the problem, some of the problem is they run out of money, and they only have so much money. But yeah, that's a good source is to locate a hedge fund. They have people out there that will buy your home for a small amount and then resell it. They'll come in with.
Do you know about the ugly houses?
Yeah, the ugly houses. They'll come in with hard money loans.
Yeah.
They'll try to. They're not investing their own money. They'll come in and they'll just do a quick hard money loan flip, and of course, but they're going to have to look at 50 or 60, maybe that'd be about the best. They'll pay 60% on your property.
And sometimes, I one time I actually had somebody that was their best deal. It really was. The house had horrible problems, and it was going to cost so much to fix it up and sell it to a normal buyer. Their best deal was to sell it to the ugly house folks.
Well, it really depends on that.
They're out there for a reason.
Yeah,
there's a market for that.
For that seller. That seller just may not have the tolerance to go through the process of trying to fix their home up at all. They just need to get out as quick as possible.
Yeah.
So that's what makes it a product. But a realtor, can help you on either side of that equation.
Absolutely. All right. Let's talk a little bit about hard money loans, because sometimes investors can go and get a hard money loan, and because you can't always you can't go get an FHA loan to go buy an investment property. So
right.
Sometimes you need a hard money loan. Sometimes you can use a conventional loan. But let's say you get a hard money loan. There is a window of opportunity on that hard money loan. It's not indefinite. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Right. Hard money loans are good for folks that maybe are commission salespeople. They don't fall in the traditional boxes, or they want to buy investment properties and they have a small window that money's available for. And so it depends on your situation. If that seems to fit you and you can go in there and you get the right property, you can actually make a profit with that. But you have to be careful and you have to do some due diligence on what your goals are, what your needs are, and what you can tolerate.
Well, and on the seller side, when you take a buyer that's working with a hard money lender, you just have to make sure those funds are going to be there. Because let's say you miss your window for closing and they've had other things closed. Now that money may not be available. You may have to extend again until the money's available.
Yep, that's exactly right. And it can be a little frustrating.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about assignment. How does that work?
Well, assignments are, they're practiced. They're not really... a
lot of people don't like. Title companies don't like it.
Yeah, title companies don't like it. It has some consumer issues. What will happen with an assignment is a person will come and they'll look at a property that might be 50% of the market. And then while they're still in contract, before they really put any money down, they'll go into the private sector and try to resell that property for a higher price. And then at the title company, they'll reassign the buyer to a new buyer. Now, that can happen, but it's you're really, treading a line with the Consumer Protection Act.
Yeah, and you don't want to get in trouble there. So, but people need to be aware of it, that it's out there, that it could happen, has happened. Right.
A lot of people, you'll get a lot of calls from these investment seminars where they're being trained to buy money or make money without spending your own money, and that's one of the ways they do it is through assignment. And really, it's just a matter of you're buying something low, trying to sell it high before you have to actually pay for it.
Right, and Houston's not a good market for that.
No, not at all.
We're not a quickly appreciating market. It's hard to flip houses in Houston. It can be done, but it's a tight market for flipping houses.
Right. You better have all your dollars and cents and exactly know what you have to put in that house, what the market value is, and what you're paying for it, because you can quickly get upside down if you don't know what you're doing in the Houston market.
Yes, absolutely. That's why you need a good realtor.
That's right.
Got to call an RREA realtor, right? Call Keith.
Yes.
All right. We appreciate you listening today. Next segment, we've got David Jarvis coming on. But real quick, I'm going to bring in Laquitta Goins to tell you about her next seminar that she has coming up. All right. Laquitta Goins is here from Register Real Estate Advisors. And Laquitta, you've got a seminar coming up. Tell us about it.
Yes, ma'am, I do. It will be held at the Spring Branch Meeting Room on February the 6th. And you can come out, you can get information on the different loan programs with Angela Cunningham with Academy Mortgage. And you can also get information on the down payment assistance programs that we have available.
All right, so you are basically educating people on buying, whether they're investors or home buyers, it doesn't matter. You're educating them on the buying process, and it's free.
Yes, ma'am.
Nobody has to pay anything for that. They can come out and ask all the questions they want.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so it's at 11:30 to 1 o'clock, February 6th, and it's in Spring Branch, the Spring Branch Meeting Room. It's a free home buyer seminar, so people can come out and talk with you, a realtor, and you also have a lender there, and they can get all of their investor and buyer questions answered.
Yes, ma'am. And we also have we have an inspector coming out, Lou Weisner. He's going to be talking about as far as the importance of getting a home inspection during the home buying process. Mm-hmm. And we also have a representative from Anglia Homes if you are interested in getting a new construction home.
Fantastic.
Yes.
I know you've been doing these seminars for a while. You do them all over the city and just doing a great job with it. We appreciate you out there educating home buyers.
Yes, ma'am. Well, thank you for having me.
All right, we'll be right back after a word from our sponsors here on Houston Real Estate Radio.
RREA Media has an exciting new product available to companies and organizations who are teaching classes and want to offer those classes online. Introducing Easy Distance Learning. Easy Distance Learning is a video-based distance learning system that allows companies and organizations to leverage their existing classroom content into a broader reach and increased revenues. Did you know that the rate of growth of distance learning is 10 times that of classroom education? And 66% of chief academic officers think distance learning is critical to their long-term strategy. Right now, 33% of higher education students are taking at least one online class. Companies and organizations not offering a distance alternative to in-class instruction risk being left behind. Video-based distance learning has three basic components: classroom capture, post-production, and content distribution. Easy Distance Learning is a comprehensive and modular system that covers all three components that can help your organization with what you are missing in offering a quality and convenient online learning experience. You choose the parts you need help with. Easy Distance Learning offers another revenue stream, a broader reach of your existing content, and a professional presentation with a great learner experience. Contact us today for a free estimate and see how Easy Distance Learning can take your company or organization to the next level.